we're working with GM direct on the C8. John actually went out during the reveal of the C8 and met with corporate GM.
Yep.
To negotiate a deal and in hopes that we can work together and have some software and be able to tune and upgrade these things and start out with like a supercharger system or a turbocharger system and make some serious horsepower with this car.
And welcome back to Brink of Speed. My name is Mike, and today I am super excited. I cannot wait to tell you guys what's going on. Obviously, you saw the first little clip there, and you heard me speaking on the phone with someone and giving some pretty sweet information about C8 Corvette engine mods. But we're going to get to that here in a bit. First of all, I want to talk with you about the Brink of Speed online store. That is correct. It is up and running now. It's live, and I want to help you understand how to go on there and purchase Brink of Speed merchandise. So, the link is going to be right here, and you can obviously type that into your web address, or you can go to the description below and the link will be there. You can just click on it and it'll take you right to the Brink of Speed online store. Guys, I have to thank Tom with Dagger Custom Apparel. He has worked extremely hard on this store, and I can't thank him enough for all that he's done. And if you guys are parents and you had seen my online store before you had to go back to school shopping for your kids, you would have been able to buy every single piece of clothing that your kid needed for back to school on this store, no joke. But anyway, go on there, check out all of the customizations that you can do to hoodies, long sleeve shirts, short sleeve shirts, V-necks, tank tops. Women, we have shirts for you, and kids, we have shirts for you. So go on there, check them all out. You can get pretty much any color that you want. Plus, you can do the different colors of my design on the Brink of Speed logo on each of those different types of shirts. So check it out. I hope you guys love the merchandise. I know there's a lot to choose from, but if you would, please support this wonderful growing Brink of Speed community by going on there and purchasing one of the shirts. Now it's time to make that phone call. I'm not going to reveal who the company is yet because I want you guys to stick around and hear the phone call, listen to the questions that I asked them, and I'm doing this for the first time. So we'll both be hearing these answers for the first time, and it'll give us an idea of what this company has in store for the C8 once it gets, once it comes out. And so let's go ahead and make that call. Yeah, I just wanted to talk to somebody about the C8 modifications, please.
Sure. One moment, please.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is Aaron. How can I help you?
Yeah, Aaron, my name is Mike, and I have ordered a C8 Corvette, and I just saw that you guys are going to do performance mods on them. So I was just calling.
Plan to, yes, sir.
Yeah, I just wanted to call and find out some information about that. Are you guys...
I don't have a lot of details yet. We're still kind of at the mercy of GM, unfortunately, because they've been kind of stingy with their calibrations. Started with the ZR1 Corvette and the 2019 Sierra and Silverados.
Sure.
The Silverado and Sierras are still locked up. We actually ended up going the backdoor route to get the ZR1 software.
Okay.
Without the help of GM, unfortunately, but we're working with GM direct on the C8. John actually went out during the reveal of the C8 and met with corporate GM.
Yep.
To negotiate a deal and in hopes that we can work together and have some software and be able to tune and upgrade these things and start out with like a supercharger system or a turbocharger system and make some serious horsepower with this car.
Awesome. Well, that's one of the questions that I have for you was... Actually, that answered a couple of the questions I was going to ask about whether you guys were thinking supercharger or turbos, and then also ECU tuning. So it sounds like you guys are thinking all of that. What about exhaust?
We're not dead set on like supercharged versus turbo, but John has spoke with Whipple. They supply us with superchargers for 99% of our upgrades that we offer here that are supercharged. He's already spoke with them, and they're working on a test model for the car. Now it's just a matter of software and having the ability to tune the car.
Sweet. So, what about exhaust? Are you guys going to do anything with the exhaust?
We will, yeah. Usually there's a little bit of gain there to be had by changing out like the manifolds and doing like a long tube header or some sort.
Sure.
To get a little more airflow out of it. So that's pretty customary what we do in a lot of those. There'll probably be a head cam package as well where we'll port the heads into a camshaft also. So we'll have a couple different options there. But it usually kind of goes in 100 horsepower increments.
Okay.
So from the factory, and then we'll go up to like probably, say a 650 upgrade per se, and then a 750, and 850, and 1,000 plus.
Wow. That's pretty outstanding stuff right there.
It's going to be a really potent car. I mean, it's already, from everything we've seen, it's already a fantastic car out the box from in factory form. But, as of late, I could say over the last couple of years, 1,000 horsepower cars that are street drivers with pump gas it's pretty common right now. And, the majority of the cars I'm upgrading are 1,000 horsepower.
Sure.
But you can usually get up to 1,000 and still run super unleaded pump gas and still keep it something that you can drive. You don't have to put special fuels or anything in it.
Sure. So at what point will you have to upgrade the transmission, or is that transmission going to be good all the way to 1,000 horsepower?
We'll see. Usually the weak link on like an automatic transmission is the clutch packs.
Okay.
And that's pretty similar to what we're experiencing with the current automatic transmissions that are in these cars. So we upgrade the clutch packs on the Corvettes, CTSVs, ZL1s, when they're pumping out 1,000 horsepower or more.
Sure.
So usually they're good up to about 800, 850, pretty safe. You can run them all day.
Wow.
On 800, 850. If you're racing, like doing a lot of drag racing and, just hammering down and heating up the clutch packs, then you probably want to, look at upgrading the clutch packs, to keep it, putting the power down for a long period of time.
Sure. And everything that you guys do to this car will be under warranty as usual, right?
It would, yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
And what kind of warranty do you guys offer?
Usually it's 3 or 36 for the lower horsepower stuff. As you start getting up into the horsepower range, 850 to 1,000 can drop to 2 year 24 or 1 year 12. But usually the 1,000 horsepower stuff's a 1 year 12.
Okay. And when do you think you guys will know when you guys can get started on this?
We'll know, as soon as we have software confirmation. If GM says, hey, we're going to give you and like a handful of others exclusivity, we'll know right away, and we'll start releasing information and working on more details. But it may be after the first of the year.
Okay.
Before we hear anything. And that might change because SEMA is just around the corner. And a lot of manufacturers and outfitters are going to be there, SEMA talking. So a lot of things could come out after SEMA.
Awesome. And what do you think will determine whether you go supercharger or turbos on this new LT2 engine?
It's going to be the ability to cool it. So supercharger, you need to be able to draw enough air in to provide cooling to the heat exchanger.
Yep.
Versus turbos, you can kind of, nestle that intercooler pretty much anywhere in the car and plumb it to the turbos. So the turbos would make it easier to provide the cooling without affecting the factory cooling system that's already there in place.
Okay.
The supercharge might pose a little bit of an issue with that, but there's some other ways that we're looking into to possibly work around that. So right now it's still kind of 50-50, could go either way. We're hoping to go supercharged because that's the usually longevity-wise and / reliability and cost effectiveness. The supercharger is the best way to go. Versus turbos, you start to getting custom and expensive and more potential maintenance down the road.
Sure. Well, great. And if I wanted to get on that list, what would I have to do?
Right now we're compiling a list on our website under the C8 link. Just enter your name and email and just a couple little questions there to answer. I believe, about a week and a half ago, we had over 50 potential customers on that list already that we're tracking and keeping their information. So as soon as that is available, we'll start releasing more details to everyone who's filled out that form.
Okay.
And then once we're prepared to start, building a production schedule and getting people on the schedule, and then we'll start, releasing more details like prices and time frames and things like that.
Yeah, and it's funny you said prices, because one thing that I noticed on the website was that it said, what is your budget? And it ran all the way up to $35,000 plus, and that kind of was like, wow, are they really going to be able to put $35,000 worth of components in the C8?
I believe so. I mean,
wow.
With the current Corvette platform right now, our most expensive upgrade is $60,000 on the ZR1.
Oh wow!
And we're getting pretty extensive in there in components, with heads and cam and porting the blower and doing some crazy stuff, and even some custom built engines could get even more expensive depending on how elaborate and what all it entails to get to that power number.
Well, this is awesome news. What was your name again?
Aaron, Aaron, like Hank Aaron.
Awesome, Aaron. I appreciate it, because there's a lot of people out there that thought that when this new C8 came out that there wasn't going to be much we could do with it, but it's people like you and Hennessey that take the next step, go talk to GM, and actually get things done. So it's exciting to hear about this.
Yeah, absolutely. We're excited. I mean, we've been, just like everybody else, kind of chomping at the bit as they were giving us little teasers to see what this car was going to look like and what kind of power plant it was going to have. And we knew right away we wanted to upgrade it. It was just a matter of, what kind of steps do we need to take to get there. And we were fortunate, GM invited us out for the C8 reveal. So John Hennessey, he drove one of our Silverado 6x6s called
Oh, wow.
Goliath. He drove it out there to the event.
Nice.
And they're like, hey, that's a pretty cool looking truck that you guys modified there. He's like, yeah, it'd be really cool if I could actually tune it and add more power too. And he started laughing. I'm like, yeah, we'll meet after this reveal and we'll talk more about that. So,
wow.
What conversation went good. We're just waiting on more details in the upcoming months here. But I feel pretty good. I'm hoping after SEMA we'll have a lot more to talk about in regards to moving in the direction of offering upgrades and what that's going to look like.
Well, I've got one more question for you, Aaron, and that is, with all of your knowledge about cars and supercars and everything out there, what is your opinion about where this new C8 sets in the supercar world, and do you even consider it a supercar?
I think as it sits, mid-engine, direct competitor with Ferrari and the best bang for your buck, I think so. I think it's going to be, if it's not considered a supercar, it's going to be considered a supercar killer.
Sure.
It's just going to be one of those cars that's going to embarrass Ferrari and Lamborghini owners.
I love it,
they're going to
man.
think twice about spending $250,000-$300,000 on a European hot rod that gets smoked by an American-made Corvette.
Yeah, man, I agree. I currently have a C7 Z06, and that does the same thing, but it, going from 650 horsepower down to 495 and being able to do the same thing with that car is going to just be incredible.
That's what's impressive, lower power, but the numbers are pretty similar, like 0 to 60.
Yep.
And, I can't wait to see the Nürburgring run, what this car does around there.
Yeah, me too, man. I'm chomping at the bit to find out what it's going to do. I know GM really isn't into trying to go there and set records, but I would really hope that they would do something with this brand new state-of-the-art, mid-engine car, because it will kind of prove to the rest of the world that you don't have to pay $200,000-$300,000 on a car, or even $500,000 on a car to set records.
Exactly. If anything, I'm curious. I was talking with somebody about this the other day. I was like, if they take a car out to Nürburgring, they may not take the C8. as it sits, they'll probably take the C8R, the race spec version,
Yeah.
which will be probably closer to what the Z06 or the ZR1 will be.
Right.
And they'll run that out there and just crush everybody.
Oh, yeah.
So when GM goes out there, they go out there intending to, beat some people and break records. They don't want to go out for every car because I'm sure it's expensive. It's not cheap to get out there and break some records and really kind of put everybody on notice. Like, hey, this car means business. We're serious. Like, we're all in. We got 30,000 orders on this car already or more.
Yep.
Yeah, it'll be pretty cool to see some final results on it.
Yeah, man, it's going to be awesome. Well, I hugely appreciate all the information, Aaron, and all of your time. Thank you so much. And I can't wait to see this car all souped up.
Us too. I can't wait to add some power and hear a nice head cam package on it and see what these things will do 0 to 60 or quarter mile wise. I think they're going to be pretty darn quick.
Yep, me too. Well, I appreciate it, man. Have a good rest of your night.
You too. Take
All right,
care.
you too. Bye. So guys, I don't know about you, but I feel like that was amazing. That was excellent information there. I don't think I could have hit a bigger home run with the guy that I got on the phone, but he obviously works for Hennessey, which obviously you heard me say closer to the end of this video. I wanted to keep it a secret because I really wanted you guys to watch this whole entire phone call, because you're going to get a lot of information from a guy like that works directly with GM that you've probably never heard before. I had never heard a lot of the things that he said. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that they are able to talk GM into doing this with them and allowing them to unlock the ECU of this brand new C8 and do all these wonderful modifications. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give me a big thumbs up. Please leave me comments below. That's what really boosts this video. The thumbs up work, but the comments are what are keying in boosting the video and getting it out there. Please share it all over social media for me. You don't know how much that means to me, how much that helps me. And if you have not joined this wonderful Brink of Speed community, make sure you smash that subscribe notification so that you're notified when my new content comes out. And again, visit the online Brink of Speed store. Support this wonderful Brink of Speed community by going on there and purchasing whatever you like. And I will link everything in the description below, including that list, the sign up list with Hennessey, so that you can go on there, click on it, and go to Hennessey and sign up for these modifications if you'd like. So I hope each and every one of you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you out on the road.